Jeff McNeil, the Houston Herald, Coach Eric Sloan. The Tigers lose their season finale tonight in the first round of districts, 20-0 to Strafford. Coach, your thoughts on the way this game played out tonight?
I thought they just lined up and kind of whipped us a little bit up front, and with the explosive athletes they had to the outside, I thought we defended that, for the most part pretty well. But I don't think either side of the ball. I thought they were just going to jump out and punch us in the mouth, and they did that, and we didn't answer that at all.
I was going to say I kind of build this as finesse versus physical. Us being the physical team.
Yeah, I agree.
We really didn't have that tonight.
No, they continued to punch us in the mouth, and I don't know. Looking at some body language, I don't think we wanted any of it. So that was an indication of what continued to happen.
20 points for a team that averages 51 and scored 70 twice. 20 points by the defense is a pretty solid effort. Your just thoughts on that side of the ball tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we made them earn it. They didn't just have huge explosive plays. I know the Hester kids has or about to break their all-time receiving record. I mean, that's what I was told. They just got some really nice weapons. The quarterback throws it really well since Coach Hester's been here. They just get it done year in and year out, and send a lot of kids playing college ball, and a lot of them play locally here on Saturdays at Evangel, and they got a good thing going for sure.
What did you see on the offensive side of the ball tonight?
We just get whipped. We got whipped up front. Made lots of excuses. Kids making excuses. They haven't been making excuses. I think frustration was boiling over just a little bit. I don't know. Saw a little bit of some me stuff tonight. Hadn't seen that this year, so I was disappointed in that. Football IQ just not very good. Not where it needs to be, obviously. We didn't understand. We were out of timeouts down there at the end of the first half. Trying to get on the football, try to get some more plays. We're not handing the ball to the officials. We're letting it roll around. We're slow to get up. We're trying to help the Strafford guys get up. I mean, it's just common sense stuff. Just get yourself up, get lined up, and let's run another play. And again, football IQ we just shot ourselves in the foot and had a great opportunity to score right there. It's just 12-0. So I mean, 12-6, 12-7 ball game at half, and I don't know. I mean, football IQ has got to get a lot better.
You feel like your team left some points on the field tonight?
Yeah, I felt like that the last few weeks, and I don't know why. I mean, our offensive line play at the beginning of the year was so strong, and I felt like we were physical and kind of did what we wanted to early. And then I don't know, we kind of got in the back half of the schedule and some teams that we haven't necessarily competed with real well in the earlier years. I mean, I thought definitely we could play with them, and for whatever reason we didn't, and I don't know, tonight definitely left some points out there, I thought. I mean, we had some great opportunities, some, real short yardage stuff, and I mean, they just stuffed us, just punched us in the mouth and drove us off the football, and it's tough to move the ball if you can't win the line of scrimmage, and definitely we didn't do that tonight.
As you look at this season as a whole and you start to unpack everything that unfolded this year, what will you say about the season as a whole and just how this team performed this year?
I think we're continuing to make baby steps. We're going in the right direction. I've never been blessed with patience. It's taken a whole lot longer than I would like for it to. From where the senior class, where they've been in their, from third grade, the entire football program they've been through. I'm sure if their freshman year, if you'd told them they'd have been a 500 ball club their senior year, there'd have probably been some giggles. But, for as much losing that happened to them from third grade up until their freshman year, for them to go ahead and continue to grind and put in the work and the effort and continue to come out when other people are quitting, that's a lot of credit to those kids. And, I'm going to miss them. They've been a key part since I've been here, and, come a whole long way, because it'd be interesting to look at some of their bodies as freshmen in some pictures and look at their bodies now and just see how they've developed and how their bodies have changed and the athletes that they've turned into. Aiden's a great example. I mean, he was wasn't real tall, kind of chubby, wasn't very fast. But I mean, we tried really hard. He worked really hard in 8th grade, and then I mean, you could start to see his body change, and he loved the weight room. I mean, he was just going to outwork everybody, and all of a sudden, he becomes a man, and big, stout, strong, can run a little bit. And, it'd be interesting to look at each kid, a picture from their freshman year to now, and just watch the changes that have been made to those bodies, and how they've grown up into young men.
You feel like the last 3 weeks of the season kind of took away from all that this season was able to accomplish?
Yeah, I really do. We got off to such a strong start, and I mean it is looking like, hey, we're gonna get over the hump and do something. And the last 3 weeks, I mean, we've just kind of, football IQ's just not been there. We've got whooped up front, and ultimately we lost some ball games. I mean, there was oh man, I don't even remember the last three. I guess it's Mountain Grove and Liberty and this. So I mean, Liberty shouldn't have beat us by what they did. I mean, it should have been a whole lot more competitive ball game. We're right there with Mountain Grove, just exchanging punches, and weren't able to capitalize. And then tonight, I mean, I thought we would maybe have a chance to win the physical battle, and we didn't do that. So, yeah, I mean, it definitely leaves a sour taste in your mouth the way we ended. I mean, especially the way we started. I thought we just got off to a really great start, and was just hoping that we would continue to snowball that and make that turn into something bigger.
Well, the reality of football is win or lose, it's always what's next. What's next for this program? What do you guys do to continue to build on what you've been able to do in your first several years?
I think we got to look in the mirror. Again, I'm not real. Patience has just never been my strong suit. I've just never been blessed with a lot of those, and that's something I'm going to have to work on. But we got to continue. I mean, I think we want to win. I think the kids want to win, and I mean, we're seeing some changes with the attitudes and mindset. I mean, they like the weight room. They like to do the summer stuff. They're doing what we ask them to do. Now it's just going to have to be the little things.
Right.
The football IQ. We don't watch football. I mean, you talk to kids. Hey, did you see the game on Saturday, or did you see the game Sunday afternoon, or whatever? No, they didn't watch football. We play video games and cell phones and all that nonsense. So football IQ's definitely got to get better. We gotta learn to watch film. Kids don't watch film, and it's so easily accessible. I mean, we've got it's all online, but we can see exactly how many minutes or hours a kid's watching, and a lot of kids just aren't watching film, and it's obvious because there's so many tendencies that teams have, and Coach Brookshire was asking, I don't know, one of the last couple weeks on Thursday, hey, what's their favorite play? Nobody had a clue, and that's something we practiced all week, and that's the difference between average teams and good teams or really good teams. It's just the little things like that, and I mean, we don't do that right now, and that's something we're definitely going to have to get better in. And I mean, going to have to take some coaching and being willing to do some things, and if that requires spending a little less time on the cell phone or the Fortnite games or with the girlfriend or whatever. I mean, that's just another step that we got to be willing to take.
All right, Coach. Well, 5-5 on the season, the program's most wins since 2008. Will you be able to look back later on and say, well, we were able to take some strides this year?
Yeah, I think so. Defensively, I thought was so much better. We were physical. We flew around. We made plays. I think you look at the defensive stats, the amount of turnovers that we forced was, man, that's huge. And that's keeping us in a lot of games or helping us out. Special teams was really good. Our kicking game and our punting game was really incredible. CJ just did a really nice job. I mean, a kid that's punted and kicked for the last 4 years for us. So, I do. I think we made a lot of strides to get to that 500 season, but 500's average. I don't want to be average. I don't want to be an average husband, an average dad. I don't want to be an average coach, employee, anything. And this is what I'm gonna keep preaching to kids. Don't be satisfied with being average,
right.
And don't get comfortable. Keep pushing yourself to get out of that comfort zone. And comfortable's easy. It's hard to push yourself out of that comfort zone. And I'm probably speaking more to myself than anything else there, but I think that's just what we're gonna have to do to continue to make baby steps We can't specialize. We gotta. I'm hoping a bunch of these kids will come out for basketball. They're gonna have to run track. They're gonna have to play baseball, tennis, do whatever. We got to get more athletes out. We're gonna have to recruit the hallways a little better. I'm excited just to hear some of the other sports coaches. I think everybody's starting to be on the same page, and everybody's encouraging. Go play that sport. Go play this sport, and specialization it's so it's happening way too much. And you look at the Strafford team, and so many of these Strafford kids will be on the basketball team that makes a deep run into the state playoffs, and that's just the difference. If you're an athlete, you're an athlete, and you're not necessarily a basketball player, baseball player, football player. You're just an athlete. So, we're going to encourage everybody to play it all, and hopefully that'll help every program out in the long run.
All right, Coach. Well, appreciate your time, and thanks for a fun season. Appreciate
all right,
it.
Thank you.
Thank you.